is a prerequisite to want. Have you ever heard it put that way before? If not, then you're in for a treat today, because this is going to go into a little bit more detail of the philosophy, of the principles, of all the things you can go through with want. Want is a prerequisite to want, because life starts with a want, and the imagination creates the want. So everything we're doing today and everything that's coming around about us is a want. So the subconscious mind needs to feed daily. This is where the seeds you plant are created the life you desire. You plant the seeds that you want for your life in your subconscious mind. So think about it this way. You want something. You want to have an event. You want to have a better home. You want to have, the philosophy of life. You want to know what's going on in the world. So love and light are actually fuel. They're like fertilizer for your want, for the seed you're planting in your subconscious mind. They're nutrition. When you feed more of love and light to yourself, really, when you love yourself, think down deep. Do you love yourself? When you love yourself, that's not just a philosophy, that is a must have. The more you can love yourself, the more other people can love you back. You can't love a person who doesn't love themselves truly and wholly 100%. So it's the seeds that we need to nourish that we plant. We plant seeds every day of a want. I want a better life. I want more money. I want a better school for my kids. I want a bigger home. I want a new car. I want. We're always asking and we're always wanting. Think about that. It's a fact. We're always doing it throughout our day. We're not stopping. We never stop. We keep wanting. Because you can do and have anything you want as long as you learn how to do it. Learn how to do the steps it takes to get what it is you want. You plant the seeds of, let's go with a income. You plant the seeds of you want to make, let's say, $100,000 a year. So that's only like $9,000 a month, like something like that. Yeah, probably under that. So if you have $100,000 a year goal that you want to go to, you planted the seed. This is what I want. Now learn the steps. Learn what it's going to take to get you there. You may not know that you need to go to a different job. Or maybe you can do the company that you're with and just have a promotion, which is actually a different job. But either way, you're going to learn the skills it's going to take to do that job, to make that amount of money. Think about that. If you're not willing to learn the skills it's going to take for you to reach that goal, that want that you've put out there, it can be the philosophy of things, it could be the principle, whichever way you want to look at it. It's all up to you. Because let's say the income you want is coming and you're getting the promotion, you can feel it happening. So be open to receiving the skills that you need, because you're going to be taught. You have to be open to learning and receiving those skills. Now, the conscious brain is the learning brain. The conscious brain is where we learn. So as you're going through and you're allowing your conscious brain to do things, to learn these skills that you need to make that money, to do that position. Keep in mind, you're going to have repetition. And the more repetition you have, the more your subconscious mind will grab onto it and create a file in the program. Subconscious mind is the program. It is the operating system of your life, is your subconscious mind. And it's located here on the right side in the back of your brain. So you know where it's located, you know what it does, you know it's the operating system, you know your subconscious mind is what you get to feed yourself. So feed your nourishment that you're giving to yourself in the form of light and love, and feed that to feed the seeds that you've planted. So learn what you need to know by applying the skills that you need to do the job. If you're not willing to learn the skills that you need to do that job, what's going to happen? You're not going to get the job. Or you may get it, but you're not going to keep it because you haven't been willing to learn the skills that it takes to do the job effectively. So never put yourself on the back burner saying, oh, I just can't do that. You're put in the position for a reason. You showed promise, right? You showed promise. So if you don't know how to do something, ask someone who does. You're going to have a trainer. Ask him or her. Okay, I'm not quite grasping this. I know I can do this. So, don't put yourself down in any way, shape, or form. Say, what can I do? How can I make this happen for me? That is a great way to break the ice, saying, you know what? I am not the all-time go-to person for this yet because I don't have the skills yet. But I'm learning and I'm going to prosper. A little story here to tell you about a little bit is as I was growing and becoming the success I was, or I am actually, I should say was I always taught anyone who was right under me, or I was training, or I was teaching to do a position, I always taught them to do my job better than me. Always. And I expected them to do better than me, and I expected them to exceed where I was at and how long it took me to get it. Because by doing that, I gave them the confidence that I had in them. I gave them the insight to say, you know what? It took me this long, but it's taken you a shorter time. That is fantastic. I would love to see you exceed me and go further in this company than I have. Why not give someone else the encouragement to exceed and go better than you did? Why not? That's been my philosophy my whole life. Was, you know what? I'm good at what I do, and I'm the best me I can be. But why not help someone else be their best too? Think about that. So that was just one of my philosophies that I lived by, and I still do today. So what makes your life whole and feel complete in your wealth? When you show up every day and you're willing to take the steps, to learn the skills, to work the courses, to create the videos, to do whatever you have to do to make that income that you want. If you're working from home and your goal is $1,000 a month, you have to ask yourself, okay, what do I have to do today? What is my philosophy? What do I have to do today to make that happen, to make a residual income come? What skills do I need? How do I know what skills I need? If you don't know, ask someone who's already doing what you're doing or what you're wanting to do. You know what? We're out here and we're more than happy to give you insight and to help you. We're even more than happy to turn you on to the tools that we're using. Why not? It's all about helping everyone out there get their just desserts. Because there's more than enough wealth for everyone in the world to have their fair share. But keep your focus on not just your want, but nourishing the want seeds that you are planting in your subconscious mind. When you nourish those seeds, they're going to grow. Just like your garden. If you give it fertilizer, if you give it water, if you give it love, it's going to grow. It is going to grow and it's going to flourish and it's going to take care of you. Same thing with your subconscious mind. It's going to grow, it's going to flourish, and it's going to take care of you based on the growth you're giving it. Light and love. I can't stress light and love enough because it's so important to have light and love in your life. When you love yourself and you allow the light of God to come in and to fill you wholeheartedly from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head, when you can allow that to happen, what's going to happen for you? Everything. There won't be a want that you have that will not manifest for you. So take that into consideration and take that to heart, because that is where it is. Light and love, it's there, and your want is the prerequisite to want. It is true. It is true. And I believe the first time I heard that was from Bob Proctor. I believe that, I don't know who actually said that phrase to start with, but I believe I heard it from Bob Proctor's the first person I heard it from who said that directly to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense to me. But think about it. If it makes sense to you, then let's go. I encourage you to keep learning and growing and prospering. Get involved in live events. If you can get involved in live events, not only do you have more one-on-one training there, but you have more coming to you saying, wow, this is fantastic. How do I do this? How do I make this happen for me? How do I bring that light into my life? So think about that as you're going through your steps, okay?